Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cologne podcast.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're just two best friends going on a fragrance journey, talking about our 5 for Life fragrances and giving you uneducated opinions.
That's right. This is a special, one-of-a-kind episode.
Yeah.
And sadly, Todd's missing this one.
Yes, and it could be a good thing or a bad thing. We'll find out. But apparently his friend Seth is going to be our editor for this episode.
Yeah, Seth is a DJ, does weddings and other events. Goes by DJ SN4ZZY Seth.
DJ SN4ZZY Seth.
SN4ZZY Seth.
DJ SN4ZZY Seth.
And apparently he's well versed in the land of Pro Tools. He's, I guess he's a music producer guy, but either way, he said he knows how to edit audio. And so our boy Todd's sliding it over. And thank you, Seth, for helping us out with this episode.
By the way, Todd, enjoy your trip to Colorado. I'm sure you're going to have a blast while you're there.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll find plenty of things that are edible and ignitable.
All right, so there you go. Here we go. We're starting our 5 for Life. These are ones we just couldn't live without. If we were locked out, as Mike has told me behind the scenes here.
That's right.
We couldn't get access to any other fragrances. These had to be the ones.
There's no fragrancenet.com for us. There's no myfragrancesamples.com. We can't go into a Neiman's. These are the 5 juicy bottles.
Juicy bottles.
That we'll be able to keep for the rest of our lives and only wear these fragrances.
So there's our criteria. And with all that out of the way, hit the music, DJ SN4ZZY Seth.
Okay, here we go. Number 5. Our number 5 slot, Ryan.
You want to go first?
No, I'll let you.
Oh, man, because you want to finish with I'm the last one first. Here's my top one. Didn't you do that to me last time?
Number 1. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Number 5. It's a classic. It's one that I've always gotten compliments on, and I smell it from time to time with my father. He still wears it. I just love it. I can't get away from it, and every time I wear it, Mike, he bears witness to it. The power of Giorgio Armani's Acqua di Gio.
Acqua di Gio. Acqua di Gio.
And I'm saying the Profumo version because the original one is definitely been reformulated since I used to wear the hell out of that when I was younger. It smells good, but it lasts about 3 minutes, which is not good. Yeah. Everybody knows you want it to last way longer than 3 minutes.
Yeah. Well, sometimes 3 minutes is all you get, right?
So mine is number 5, Acqua di Gio's Profumo. It's the summertime's coming up. It's going to be popping and locking, and it just smells so fucking good.
Not to me, but I could see where that would be number 5 for you. My number 5, Ryan.
Yes.
Is one that I've worn more recently and enjoyed.
Oh.
Prada's Luna Rossa Carbon.
Man.
Yeah, baby. Gotta have it.
It is indeed a badass fragrance.
Yes. If I was only allowed 5 fragrances for the rest of my life, one of those slots would be a giant, juicy bottle of Prada's Luna Rossa Carbon.
That one is seriously underrated.
Yes.
Big time.
Yeah. And I mean, it's still very popular, but even at that, it is garnering so many compliments. I can't believe it. Every time I wear it, somebody tells me I smell good.
I told you last time you wore it.
Yeah, you're like walking a little extra close to me on the on the trail out there. I was like, hey, a little bit of space here, okay?
Okay, now let's get into
number 4. 4.
Number 4, ranked on our list of 5 juiciest bottles created by human hands.
What's your number 4 going to be?
Number 4, believe it or not, it's going to sound a little repetitive here. I listed Luna Rosa Carbon.
Did you really? Number 4. Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's personally bought the bottle.
Yeah.
And I've gotten a sample from him before, but I hadn't worn it in a while. And you wore it when we went to go walk the track.
Yeah.
And my God, it smelled so fucking good. And I was like, man, what are you wearing, dude? He goes, what does it smell? Ferrari level?
Yeah, because you always say the dry down is Ferrari level good.
It is, man.
Yeah.
And I still stand behind that. In fact, I don't own a bottle, but it is going to be one that I purchase because it's so inexpensive for 100 ml.
Yeah. In fact, that is the one fragrance I've gone full Ryan mode on, and I've gone through 1.5 100 ml bottles of it already.
I mean, you seriously spray that one down. It's easy to when it's as inexpensive as it is.
Yeah.
And it smells that ridiculous.
Yeah. And that's one you can get away with spraying extra on because it's not overwhelming.
Yes.
It's so good. So, yes, I can understand why Prada's Luna Rosa Carbon would end up on your list.
I'd almost say it should probably be higher on both of our lists just for the fact that we both listed it.
Yes.
I think that says a lot about it.
Yeah. I've got them in order of a little bit of shock and awe and a little bit of if I could only have one fragrance ever for the rest of my life, that's my number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my number 4 slot goes to Parfum de Marly's Greenlee.
I knew it. I knew it was going to be on there.
Yeah. Oh, it had to be. It's one of my favorite of all time.
That's another one. Every time you wear it, it's super loud, but it's not like, it is loud, but it's not like this powerhouse, like makes you nauseous to be around somebody. It's very pleasing. It's actually really subtle, but really loud. It's hard to explain that. It's just not imposing, I guess. It's
great because it's got that nice citrus note that lasts typically longer than a lot of the other citrus fragrances that we've smelled. So whenever I wear it, I get the longer performance out of the citrus. Yeah. And I love that fresh citrus smell. It's so good and it's a crisp smell. But then when it dries down, there's a sweetness to it. And it also feels very clean. So it's one of those, as hot as Texas is, I would wear it very often. Yes. Very, very few situations where you couldn't get away with having that fragrance.
Yeah, I agree. It is a badass fragrance. And if any of you have never smelled it, I'm telling you, get your hands on at least a decant of it.
It's worth a sample for sure.
It's a badass one. Okay,
Ryan. Well, now that we've gotten through a couple, it's time to hit Hump Day with number 3. What would be your number 3 5 for life? Hump Day. Ooh, baby. Hump
Day. Number 3 5 for life.
Hump Day
is another one that Mike and I have tremendous experience with.
Okay.
That is Victor and Rolf's Spice Bomb.
Ooh, baby. You're going Spice Bomb over Spice Bomb Extreme?
Yeah, because we wore that puppy out. Before we even ever started this podcast, we wore it religiously in the heat of Texas.
Yeah.
When we used to work weddings a lot, that was early on, man, we just smelled great. And it's just a unique smell. And for an EDT, it's really loud and it'll last a while.
Right, yeah.
It's a badass fragrance. It's still kind of pricey, I feel like it should be a little bit cheaper. But other than that, though, just smell alone, it's unique. And I love that pepperiness of it.
Yeah, that was kind of a shocker. We really entered the fragrance game with a very loud EDT.
Yeah.
It's hard not to expect that from all the fragrances you get after that point.
Yeah.
So I think that's why sometimes we were really let down when we didn't get good performance.
Yeah.
Because we were just used to kind of starting off there.
Yeah, exactly. And I just feel like it's a powerhouse fragrance, man. It really is. And for it to be a designer, it's still ultra unique versus a lot of other designers and niche fragrances. So it's a killer scent.
Okay. For mine.
Okay.
This is one that is also a powerhouse, but also, at least where we're at, extremely unique. I've got to go with Le Labo's Santal 33.
That one is really good.
Oh, and I do have a giant, juicy bottle of that bad boy.
It's funny. I didn't know he had ordered it at the time.
Yeah.
I kept telling him, I was like, man, I'm really thinking about getting a bottle of Santal 33 because it is so unique.
Yeah.
And I've told him multiple times off air, it's not technically a profile that I feel like fits me or that I like.
Right.
like love. But every time you wear it, there's no guessing involved. There's none. Some fragrances that can kind of smell a little similar. Go, oh, are you wearing it? And you're like, no. Santal 33. Every time Mike wears it, every time, I'm like, man, you went with Santal 33 today.
Yeah.
Every time.
You're always like, you Santal 33 wearing mother. Because it's like, it is recognizable because it is so strong, but also so unique.
Yes.
And the one thing I really kind of thought about for this list was I did want fragrances I really enjoyed, but also ones that were pretty unique, that if I only had 5, I'd want that signature type scent, you know, to where people would smell it and recognize, I only really smell this on him.
It is a badass scent, man. It's very, if you wear that and people associate that with you, they're going to know that's your scent, like you said. Right. It is seriously, it's just different.
It's not for everybody, I don't think, but I do love that dry kind of wood smell that comes at the end of it. Yeah. It's got a lot going on, but to me, it smells fresh. It smells clean, but then it has that woody sort of thing that's going on with, I guess, the sandalwood that really makes it masculine, but also light and clean, which I love.
I'm about to say something that could be applied to any of these fragrances or any fragrance out there. Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking specifically on Santal 33, I remember at the time we watched Cuba No do a review on it.
Right.
He's like, okay, everybody, I'll do a review of this one.
Yeah.
It's what everybody in New York smells like, you know.
Yeah.
And probably in different, think about your region where you live and what people around you kind of wear, because in Texas, I'm going to tell you, Santal 33 is not worn hardly at all around here.
No.
So when you wear that here, I will promise you, you're going to, probably out of anything we're going to mention today, you're going to smell the most unique out of anybody that anybody runs into.
Right.
So that's just kind of my opinion on it. So, and it can be applied to a lot of fragrances. Think about your climate, where you live. I'm sure like Le Labo's a big New York thing. So I'm sure that is like it's cultural there, you know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's like a staple in a fragrance house that people can be proud of because it's from the local area at least. But for us, it is unique enough that I had never heard about it before we got into this.
Yeah, same. All right. Now let's get into numero dos. Numero dos. Numero dos. That's 2 for anybody who doesn't know in Spanish. Number 2.
Yeah.
Let's check out our list and see what we got. Number 2 for me is niche. I say that with quotes because it's fair price. So I don't know if that technically takes it out of it, but it's one where we were kind of introduced to it by Aventus.
Okay.
It was Aventus was the gateway drug to this one.
Okay.
It's done better to me. It smells better overall.
I think I know where you're going with this.
I love the opening so much. I've gotten huge compliments on it, and I can get it for $85 generally on tjmax.com.
Oh, never mind. This is some completely different.
Cedrat Boise.
Oh, yes. Cedrat Boise.
What a badass fragrance. I've showed y'all my bottle. She's empty.
She's tapped. You loved that thing.
It is so goddamn pretty, and I love the more of a kind of citrus leather thing it does versus the smoky thing that Aventus does.
Yeah, we were talking about, that's another one that has that citrus vibe to it that lasts forever.
Yes.
So you can get away, but it is the darker, sort of warmer citrus fragrance, which isn't done a whole lot, truthfully.
Yeah.
And I do think it is more of a warmer fragrance than even Aventus.
It is badass, man. When I went to Florida, I wore it every single day.
Yeah.
In fact, I bought Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Forever in preparation to go to Florida because it was new and it smelled like grapefruit. Loved it, and I still do. But I got weary about it prior to that.
Yeah.
And I hastily returned it, got my money back, and I went and purchased Cedric Boise.
Yeah, and I think the story breaks down to where we did the episode on it, right?
Yeah.
It was a blind buy for me.
It was.
I had kind of bought the hype online because I had watched a lot of the YouTubers, and that was one that a lot of people hyped up. And so I just blind bought it because I saw it actually on Mark's website, the cheapest I had seen it.
Yeah.
And so I ordered it from him, and it was a blind buy. We did the episode, and we both really liked it. And then I knew because the next day you were about to go on vacation, you wanted to meet up with me at the studio and asked me to bring that bottle. And I said, that motherfucker bought it. I know he bought it.
And I did.
And he was having a little worried about some buyer's remorse. He needed to smell it. The bottle came in time.
Yeah.
But I think I'd also pulled out like 5 or 10 mil of a decant for you because I was like, just in case it doesn't come in, I know you want this for your vacation.
And I juiced the hell out of that fragrance.
Yeah.
Literally, we'd go outside before we go outside, spray it on. We come back in, spray it on. I milked it, and you'll see it. It's gone. It's a badass fragrance, and you can get it at TJ Maxx for. I don't think he sells full bottles on My Fragrance Temple.
Not anymore, I don't think. Yeah.
So I still find it on TJ Maxx. In fact, it's on there right now. I think it's like $85 or $88. It's one of those two.
For 120 mil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge ass bottle. Smells fucking good. I love that you twist the fucking cap on. It's fucking rugged. It's a badass bottle.
It's sick, for sure.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that fragrance. Less than you do, but I still enjoy it. Me, I'm picking an indie fragrance for my number 2.
Okay.
And I picked it because, 1, it's incredible.
Okay.
But 2, it's so unique of a smell.
Yeah.
I'm going with 2-6 Elixir.
I knew you were going to do it. He was wearing this shit this morning.
Yeah, I'm wearing it. It smells incredible.
It does. I smelled him. I said, man, you smell really good. What is that?
Yeah, and I love it because it's unique enough. I just don't think we're going to run into it much ever out there. And I was really blown away. It was not hype whenever we bought the 15 mil bottles from Cam for that episode.
Yeah.
And I had bought one and Cam was nice enough to send the other, but I went through that 15 mil pretty quick because I enjoyed it so much. And it's strong and loud. The performance is incredible. It lasts a long time. It's so unique. Like I just haven't smelled anything like exactly like it.
Man, and I'm probably going to bring a negative up, not against it, not against that fragrance. Mike and I have we've said it before. In fact, we've said, oh, we're going to make an episode on it. We felt like it's better not to be negative about things, but we really have had a really odd run-in with a lot of YouTuber made fragrances.
Yes, for sure.
And not a fan of them. I feel like they're overhyped. I feel like they all smelled oddly similar to things that we had smelled before.
Right.
So that was kind of like, and I feel like it was so much so that if we did an episode on it, it would just be a negative rant. And it's
Dunk fest,
it'd be no point in being negative to the people. So I'm not going to say that, but I will say I was expecting the same from this.
Yeah, that's just all we had run into at that point.
Yeah.
We were convinced it was all like that.
Yeah, kind of like a gimmick. And so we went to get this, and honestly, just to be a little open, a little transparent, I was so ready for it to be terrible.
Yeah.
And just be a knockoff of something. And hell, if it is, I haven't smelled it yet. But I'm going to tell you, I am so shocked at how good that smells. It's loud. It's pretty and soft. I love it. It's a badass fragrance.
Yeah, it's incredible. I went through the 15 mil all the way through it.
Yeah.
And I bought a 50 mil of it because I love the fragrance so much.
Yeah.
And luckily, right at the time I did that, Cam did a deal where it was a buy one, get one.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting 2 50 mil bottles out of it. He was doing it for everybody. It wasn't just because we have the largest fragrance podcast in the world right now. But
we don't have a Facebook group, okay?
Yeah. We won't get into that. But the fragrance was so good, I wanted to throw money at it and get it to have it. I just loved it so much.
And he seemed to, if he's being honest, he seems to have gone a really independent route.
Yeah.
And did a lot of things himself. So it is fun to really support that. Whereas we do know just from ordering discovery sets of others that we quickly found out that there's a lot of other people were like in cahoots with each other. Not this one though. I can say for this one, you're getting it from the person who really created it.
And look, everybody is just trying to support their hobby and their passion and get paid. I get that, but we were underwhelmed with the actual product.
Yeah.
But with this one, I'm telling you, I honestly believe if I could only have 5 fragrances for life, I would have to have this one. In fact, I talked with Cam not too long ago, and I told him, I said, you better be selling this shit for like the next 30 years.
Yeah.
Because it's going to suck if I can't go get some more of this down the road. Like, you got to make sure I can still get my hands on this stuff. So I absolutely love it. For real, 5 for life. And it almost made the top slot because it's so unique and I enjoy it so much.
Yep. That's a good one.
Okay.
Before we get into both of our number ones, we decided last minute a Hail Mary.
Oh, we are doing a...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you said we weren't before.
I chickened out in the beginning, but now I'm feeling it. I'm in the mood.
Oh my God. Okay. So we're going to do a honorable mention.
Yes. I'm moistened up for this one.
Okay.
Mine's really not that great.
Hit me with your honorable mention then.
DJ Snazzy Seth.
My one honorable mention that I feel like I couldn't live without, but it just couldn't make my top 5.
Yeah.
Guerlain's Vetiver.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's super cheap. It's not a performance beast. It's not a freaking beast mode. Projects fucking 10 miles. It just...
What the hell was that?
Was that this?
No.
What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like...
DJ Snazzy Seth.
The AC kicking on for a second.
Huh. All right. Guerlain's Vetiver. Okay. It's not a beast mode. It's not going to last for 10 hours. It just smells good to me.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's old school.
It's affordable.
Yeah, it's super affordable. As RXL 209, which I promise we're going to do gray flannel, has pointed out, we're broke.
Yeah. We are so broke.
So for that one to be, it's very basic. I just enjoy it. It's just a unique smell that I like, and it is super cheap. You can get it practically anywhere for like 40, 50 bucks or something. That's my honorable mention. I'm sticking to it.
I like it. All right, let me give you mine.
Okay.
Tom Ford's Ombre Leather.
Badass fragrance.
It almost made the top 5. I really struggled not putting it on there, but every time I hear somebody talk about getting a nice fragrance, it's always Ombre Leather.
Really?
Yeah. I went to the mall and I was at Neiman's. I had got some fragrances and some samples. Yeah. And then I went upstairs and they have lid store, and I was buying a hat, that Nike hat that I got. Yeah. And I walk in and the guy goes, "Oh, got a couple small Neiman's bags. He's like, I guess you bought a fragrance, huh?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." He said, "I bet you I can guess what it is." I said, "You'll never guess."
Creed Aventus.
That's exactly what he said.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I promise you.
God.
And I said, "Yeah, you'll never guess." And he goes, "I promise you I will." He goes, "You got you a Creed, didn't you?" And I said, "No." I said, "Got me a Tom Ford." And he goes, "Oh yeah, those are popular too. You got Ombre Leather." And I said, "No, I got Oud Wood. Now give me that Nike hat and stop bothering me." Oh man. But I didn't buy the bottle. Again, we're broke. Thanks RXL for pointing that out.
We don't have $10,000 worth of bottles like you do. Thanks for flexing that on us.
No, but you can get a 10 mil with a nice, like a 10 mil travel atomizer with a nice like carrying magnetic cap thing. It's all like $60.
It was badass looking. And when he sprayed it, he drove up to my house. He was picking up some ointment for his back.
That's right. For my back. Okay.
But he showed me this giant, juicy bottle.
10 mil travel atomizer. Yeah, of Oud Wood.
Yeah. And we sprayed it on real quick. Yeah. Because we did an episode on it. And it made me kind of like re-smell it again. Because it's been since the episode is the last time I smelled it.
Forever. Yeah, that was early on.
And then it really hit me because we've kind of really ran the gamut of fragrances. I was telling them, I was like, man, this is like, it smelled like to me... If you're wearing Burlington 1819 by Raja Dove and you're sitting at the pool. It's like those two mixed together.
Yeah. To me, it smells like Pine Sol. And I love the smell of Pine Sol. It takes me back. My grandmother always cleaned with Pine Sol.
Yeah.
I got a million great memories of just warm, happy home and Pine Sols. I love oud wood. Would never make my 5 for life.
Yeah.
But I'd been so guilty of wearing this clone that I have of oud wood.
Yeah.
Because the clone is so good, but it's not 1-to-1. And I wanted to have the Tom Ford's oud wood.
It is a badass fragrance. And I encourage people, if you haven't smelled it, go sample it. Hell, I think they carried it like Ulta and Sephora.
You can find it almost, anywhere a department store will have the private blends, they'll have oud wood.
Yeah.
And you can buy these 10 mil atomizers and they look really nice.
Yeah.
And it's $60. You can't beat that.
All right. Here we go. We're doing our number ones, and I'm going to flip it. I'm going to make Mike go first.
Okay.
I've been going first on all this. And I'm sure DJ Snazzy Seth has a spectacular song queued up to really bring in this number one spot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Mike, what is your number one? It's the best above all. It's the cream of the crop. Rises to the top.
Yeah, that's right. The cream always rises. Yes, for me, my number one, and I'm sure it's a lot of people's number ones, Leighton by Parfums de Marly.
Such a badass fragrance.
This one was one I really had to think about. If I could only have one fragrance, it would have to be Leighton.
It is so good.
I have a giant, juicy 30 mil sample of that. And I've been wearing the hell out of it. In fact, unfortunately, I had a family member pass.
Yeah.
And I was wearing it. I wore it to the visitation and also to the funeral.
Yeah.
And I had a few family members that were like telling me, I'm going to hug you a little extra longer because I really can't stop smelling you. So, I mean, it doesn't really count as a compliment from a family member, but still, people really love that smell. It's unique enough, but it's still so mass appealing.
I think it's up there for me with Santel as far as Santel 33 as being unique.
Yeah.
And to tell you how strong Leighton is, okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We both loved it. And honestly, it was one of those things it was kind of like coffee for the first time. When you first smell it, it's a little, because it's medicinal.
Yeah, yeah. It's got that kind of mentholic sort of sting to it.
Yeah. So really, we kind of learned to love it more and more and more.
Yeah.
But one time, I show up here to the studio. We're working on something else, not podcast related. Sorry, folks. You're not always on our fucking mind, okay?
You're always on our mind, but you're not always on our plate.
So he was sitting there. I was like, man, he's like 6 feet from me. I'm like, dude, whatever shit you got on smells so good. And he's like, what? He's like smelling his shirt. He's like, damn, must be this Leighton on this shirt I sprayed on yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that shit is popping. It was loud as fuck, man.
Single guys, this is a fragrance you put on and you're going to get text or phone calls later where the girl is like, I can still smell you on my pillows.
Yeah. Or you left your shirt and they're like, God, I love your shirt.
I won't let go of your shirt ever. Bury me with it.
Dude, I'm telling you guys and gals, because it is unisex. All these are unisex. I'm going to tell you, that shit smells so fucking good.
Yeah.
Great number one choice.
Honestly, if it was the only one I could have, I would pick that one for sure. Okay, well, you've already teased me a little bit in saying that your number one's a little off kilter, so I can't wait to hear. Ryan, what is your number one 5 for Life fragrance? Giant juicy bottle sprayed all over your body. What is it?
I've never owned a bottle of it. It's a fantasy of mine.
Huh. Okay. Let me think. I'm going through my Rolodex of 163 episodes that we've done because it has to fit within these 163.
We haven't done an episode on it.
You're breaking the rules.
I'm going to break the rules for it because we have not done an episode on it. I've got to say it. Because it's honestly one of the first few... It's the first time we've ever smelled a Raja Doves.
Oh, okay.
And the first time we ever smelled it, we were literally blown away that niche fragrances smell or could smell like this.
Elysian Parfum.
That's right. He spoiled it. He took the fun out of it. Elysian Parfum. We've had a couple of samples behind the scenes that we've had.
Yep. I've bought countless samples of it from Mark. I've also bought the atomizer, the travel atomizers from Raja Dove.
Yeah.
When I can afford it.
It's so goddamn pricey. It's like, and you just announced his prices are going up.
Yeah.
But at $585 prior to the price hike of who knows what it's going to be now for a 50 ml.
Yeah.
It is the most unique, to me, in my opinion, fragrance that I've ever smelled.
Yeah. It's really good. I mean, to let you know how revered this fragrance is to us, it has been on the list of fragrances to do for an episode for forever.
Yeah.
And every time we go to do it, we go, we're not ready.
Seriously.
Yeah.
We've wanted to plan it for episode 100.
Yeah. And then we didn't do it.
Yeah. We wanted to.
Then we were going to start off this season with it. Then we were going to do it at, halfway through the season. And it's just, we'll get around to it. But just know, we absolutely love that one. One of the top ones of all time. To me, it's just, it wasn't something that I feel like, don't get me wrong, I love it and I love wearing it. In fact, I've gotten a ton of compliments whenever I would wear it. Yeah. And it makes me feel like a badass when I wear it.
Yes.
But still, for me, it wasn't, I couldn't put it in the top 5 for life. I had to have.
I can't spoil all the goodies on it because we do need to do an episode on it. Don't know when we'll do it.
Yeah.
But just to say, so after we gotten samples of it here and there in the past, Mike gave me what little bit he had left in this little sample. It's probably like 2 ml or 2 ml right now.
Yeah.
I've yet to ever spray it. All I do is, because I'm so scared to lose the scent, I untwist the cap, I smell it, and I just put the cap back on. I want to spray it, but I can't because I don't want to lose the scent. It smells that good to me.
Yeah.
I'm scared to lose it because I know I can't afford it.
It's a lot smoother than the Parfum Cologne. Like it's less peppery.
Yes.
It's less sharp.
Yeah.
It is like all that grapefruit, cucumber water.
Yes.
But rounded, very crispy, clean, but not sharp. It's a trippy fragrance. And yes, I do agree. It's a very interesting one. But for me, the number 2 and number 1 that I got, 2.6 Elixir and Leighton, they're freaking powerhouses.
They are.
They'll run you 3 days straight, as much as I love Elysian, well, we'll save it for the podcast episode.
We'll save it for the episode, but that's my number 1. It's just too goddamn beautiful. It's a beautiful fucking fragrance. And it's to the point, I don't give a fuck if it's just for me. That's all I care about. I'm like selfish with it. I just want it for me.
Yeah.
So one day when I'm actually am rich and wealthy, I will have that on I'll have a kegger of that and I'll tap it out with a fucking atomizer.
You'll take a swig of it if you want.
I'll be sweating it through my pores.
That's it. To me, Greenlee answers that need within my list.
Man, it's so good.
Greenlee and Santal 33. Both of them have that similar sort of crisp, clean vibe.
Yeah. I'd say Greenlee for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because it is a little more citrus. Well, there you go, people. Our 5 for life. You've been begging for it, and now you've got it. Do you agree with us? Do you think we're corporate shills because we picked fragrances that you can go and buy and not some crazy shit you've never heard of that makes us sound super pompous?
Let us know.
What the fuck is that?
What is that?
I don't know.
Is it your computer? Is it the refrigerator? I think it's the refrigerator.
Oh, maybe it is.
So let us know at thecolonepodcast.com. You can write us. You can donate a coffee. You can follow our Instagram. Or you could give us a 5-star review on whatever platform you're listening to.
That's right. That's all I care about. We're going to get this out to the world, and we need your help.
Yes, sadly, I'm the one that's like, I want to be able to count ducats, dog.
Yeah, exactly. You like walk in every day and jangling change in your pocket.
I'm like, Mike, aren't you tired of getting 99-cent cheeseburgers? They're $1.29 now. But aren't you tired of getting 99-cent cheeseburgers, Mike? I want to get a Big Mac, Mike.
Who wants to add cheese? He's like, aren't you tired of McDonald's? Can't we do Chick-fil-A at some point? I'm like, we can't afford it right now, Ryan.
Yes. But what we really, truly need is for you to share this fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Put it out in the air. Shove it in your friend's face and up their arseholes.
That's right. Yes. Look, we know that not everybody's going to like us.
Truthfully be told, they're probably going to hate us and you for even showing us to them.
Yeah. But we still want you to try. Okay? That's all that matters. It's not how good you do. It's really that you put forth the effort.
Yeah.
We're proud of you.
All right. We love every one of you guys. We're sorry this took so long to get out. I'm just glad to get this freaking beast off my back now. No more phone calls.
Was it that bad?
They're like, is Ryan there? Then I don't want to talk to you right now.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the phone call we were talking about, we won't go into great detail, but it's a listener of the podcast. Yeah. They gave me a call and they said, hey, is Ryan with you? I said, no. And they just hung up. They messaged and said, call me back when Ryan gets in the car.
And I'm thinking, oh, cool. They want to say something nice to me. And it's like, they just wanted to make sure to berate me with you.
They said, listen here, you motherfucker. If I don't get my 5 for life, you're through. You hear me?
You'll never smell another thing in this business.
That's right.
All right, guys. Until next time,
spray it up, y'all.
Snazzy